I just don't, I don't know. Every time I think about any kind of self-promotion, I get all squirmy and gross. Just feels weird. And it feels weird because, like,
But
okay.
does it feel weird because you
Mhm.
don't think that what you're putting out there is worthy of people's time, or that
No.
you aren't good enough to actually be talking about something?
No. I
Are
I'm
you
just
sure?
terrified of the I don't know. I am I do get like nervous, I guess, or worried or whatever about being like misunderstood, like or being taken out of context or somebody like totally misreading something. Like even in this podcast, like I say things and I'm like, oh my gosh, people are gonna hate me next week. Like I shouldn't have said that thing about James Patterson or E.L. James. Like I'm sorry, do what you want. Like, you know, even though I believe the things that I said, like I have opinions, you know, but like I'm so terrified of being misunderstood, and more so in the things that I write because that's like actually like things that I've thought through and like that
Well,
I
it's
don't know,
you.
like, yeah, like it's like my words and I'm terrified of being misunderstood. And not just like, oh, you didn't understand what I said, but like to understand that I'm not like searching for anything here. Like I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm not fishing for reassurance or validation or anything like that. I'm just like I just am sharing my heart and I just think that maybe somebody else might want to read it. It's just a thing that I got to work through. I don't know, but it's just look, I don't want to bring up the Enneagram again but literally it's just like word for word, like that's the thing. It's like I need and want to be known, but I'm like terrified of like what'll happen like if you do know me. But like I can't live without writing out these things. And then like promoting them it just feels I don't know. It just feels weird. I need to figure out like a different perspective to look at it. But even the whole like, well, but it has value and people need to read it. I don't know that I necessarily like every time I think that I'm like, yeah, but who am I compared to somebody else? Like they have just as much value in their words as I do. Like,
Right.
you know
But
what I mean?
you putting out something, you hitting publish doesn't take away what they did.
I know.
Like, so saying like, who am I? It like there is enough room for everybody. You
Uh-huh.
have life experience that lots of other people don't have. And even if you have the same life experience as somebody else, they're not writing it down. You are. So
Mm-hmm.
you writing down something and you're pressing publish. Pressing publish has it doesn't take away anything from anybody else, and you are a human with life experience, opinions, knowledge, all of that, and you are presenting it in love. So there's like, I mean,
I know.
it's just do it. Like, you know,
Thanks, Counselor Cody.
you're welcome. I'm like, I try to put all these fancy words around it, but at the end of the day, my advice is just do it.
I know.
But I understand that you have a little bit harder time getting your mind around it. So just do it hasn't worked.
Nope. That probably will never work.
But it's the same. It's the same in the fact that you say that you're not qualified to, teach an Enneagram course.
Right.
Even though you have read.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think there's 10 Enneagram books on the bookshelf.
I think there's 6. Okay.
Regardless,
yeah,
there are 6
yeah,
Enneagram books on the bookshelf that you have read cover to cover, highlighted, taken notes on your computer, written down everything, and written your own notes. There are very, very few people in this world who have read every single one of those books, has taken the time to actually study each and every single one of them, take the highlights, write them down, and, to to have amassed that much knowledge from different sources about a subject to be able to teach it to somebody. And then even if there was another person or even 500 other people that have done that, one, they're probably not helping other people through the knowledge that they have amassed. Two, they're not you. You have a different perspective coming through that knowledge that you could bring to people that they are. Even if they're doing the exact same thing, it's not the same because they are a different person than you, so they have a different perspective. So you have value. Your words have value. Your knowledge has value. And putting it out there isn't saying, look at me, look how amazing I am. You're just sharing a sliver of knowledge that other people don't have. Everybody, the person that you're teaching it to probably knows 18 things that they could teach you, but they haven't spent the time that you have on this one subject.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, but you won't do it. This is the thing. You say you don't disagree, but the thing is you don't believe it. You don't believe in impossible things. Oh, it's the intro.
Taylor Swift.
It's the intro to TED Radio Hour.
Listen, I don't disagree.
Exactly. It's you have the logically you don't disagree.
Right.
But emotionally in your heart.
Right.
You don't believe that you actually do have that value. You don't believe that the knowledge that you have is worth anything to anybody else.
Here's the thing. I read this recently again about Enneagram 4s. But it says like they may not know who they are, but they definitely know who they are not. And I feel like that's true of me. I definitely know who I'm not. Like I know what is just so opposite of me. But like I have a really hard time being like, oh yeah, this is who I am.
Yeah, but I also think that the who you are not, sometimes you think you know who you're not.
What do you mean?
Like in the fact that you don't believe certain things about yourself. Like you don't believe that you are certain people. You're like, I'm not that. And in reality, just like here's a prime example. I don't know, 5 years ago, you for the first 5 years of our marriage, you said, I wish I was creative. I'm not a creative person at all. Like I have zero creativity. Like I wish I could do things creative, all that. You didn't even believe at all that you were creative. And I told you the whole time, like, you are creative, you can be creative, it's just a choice. And one day, I don't know what that like pinnacle shift was for you, but one day you like started to believe, oh wait, maybe I am creative.
I know, but it's not, I wasn't meaning in that sense. I was meaning like, I don't know.
No, you were meaning because you thought you couldn't do anything creative. You don't think that?
No, I'm just laughing that this has turned into a therapy session.
This is fun therapy with Sarah and Cody.
This is my least favorite therapist.
It's because I'm the most right.
No, it's because we are both very stubborn people, and I'm just getting really angry listening to you.
No,
go ahead.
It's because I'm not an objective third party.
That might be it too.
And it's really hard for you to accept, like, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying us, like, that's the reason married people can't counsel each other properly, is because we come at everything with bias. So, like, even when you are right, it's hard to be like, yeah, you are right, I should do that. It's more like, you don't know me. You get defensive.
That's what I say every time. Which is absurd.
You get defensive because they are right.
Right.
Versus a objective third party with nothing to gain in the matter.
Fine. Fine. You are right. But I don't think that I do think that there are certain things that I know, like I know that I am not. Like,
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying there are, you definitely know who you're not. Like you have a
you have
a very clear picture of who you're not and even who you are.
Yeah, but I have a hard time like saying who I am or like really like believing like.
But that is insecurity, not because you don't know who you are. You're just insecure in who you are.
I don't know. I will have to decide that one later.